If you are a landowner or you recently acquired a piece of land, then this video is for you. Now, most people think that once they get a particular plot of land, then their responsibility ends there. But that's not true. Once you've gotten the land, there are some steps you need to take in order to perfect the title of that land. Now, I'm going to give you an illustration. Let's look at it this from this way. Mr. A, the actual owner of a particular plot of land, sold it to Mr. B in 2016 and equally resold it to an unsuspecting Mr. C in 2020. Okay, now Mr. B, whose the land was sold to first, has not done anything on the land and has not done anything in a bid to perfect the title of that land. Then Mr. C, whose the land was sold to in 2020, now went to his lawyer, consulted his lawyer, and eventually hired him to help him perfect the title of that land. And having perfected the title, dispute arose between Mr. B and Mr. C as regards to the true owner of that particular plot of land. And the dispute eventually went to court. Who do you think will be declared the real owner of that land? Is it Mr. B or Mr. C? Remember that Mr. B bought the land first in 2016 and Mr. C got the land in 2020. So who do you think the judgment will be given in their favor? Now, you should understand that it depends on the circumstances of the case. But from this scenario, I vehemently believe that the land would be, the true ownership of the land will be given to that of Mr. C, because Mr. C took steps in perfecting his title. All right, he took steps in perfecting his title. Now, what does the law says about equities? The law says that when the principle of law is that when the equities are the same, the first in time prevail. Okay, and in this case, Mr. C's equity has prevailed because he took steps in getting his title perfected. And what does perfection of title means? It is simple. It simply means that once you've gotten a property, you have to perfect your title in 3 stages. One of them is that you have to obtain the governor's consent. And by virtue of section 22 of the Land Use Act of 1978, it states that if you buy a particular plot of land, before you alienate or transfer that land to another person, you have to seek the consent of the governor. All right, it is the governor that will approve that transfer of that land. Okay, so failure to seek the necessary consent of the governor renders that transaction invalid and void, null and void. So first step is that you have to obtain the consent of the governor. Then the second step is that you have to pay the stamping fees, and the third step is that you have to register your deed of assignment with the necessary land bureau. Okay, now why this perfection of title is important is that it tells the whole world and even the public that the land belongs to you as the owner. Let's say if you've perfected your title and the person who sold the land to you wants or wanted to sell the land to another person, that other person that the land wanted to be sold to has the due diligence to conduct searches on that land. So if I were the person that wants to buy the land, I need to go to the land registry to ascertain the true ownership of that land. So going to the land registry or the land bureau, I will eventually see the record of that land there because it has been registered, it has been perfected. And you as the owner, I'm going to see your name on that land registrar bureau. Okay, so if you've not registered your property, do well to perfect the registration of your property today. Perfect it today, and then you are good to go.